We now come to Shadow Minister Catherine West.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I'd like to thank the Right Honourable Member for Holton, Price and Howden for his characteristic defence of these issues in this House and for bringing this urgent question today. On behalf of the Labour Party, I extend my condolences to the family of Hussein Abo al-Kheir, a Jordanian national who leaves behind 8 children. Mr Speaker, Labour stands unequivocally against the death penalty wherever it is used in the world. The taking of human life as punishment, regardless of the crime, is a gross breach of a person's human rights. Mr al-Kheir was arrested in 2014 for alleged drug smuggling. However, because there was not a proper trial with a proper defence and he had no legal advice, it's very difficult to know the exact detail. He has consistently denied the charges. While he was in custody, he was allegedly so severely beaten and tortured he lost his eyesight. Moreover, he was denied basic due process and was unable to instruct a lawyer throughout the time in custody. Despite interventions from the government and the UN High Commission for Human Rights, his execution went ahead on Sunday. Firstly, could I reiterate the point made earlier in this urgent question? Has the UK become less robust on the question of human rights in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia since 2015? Secondly, as a founding member of the Arab League, which is bound by the Arab Charter of Human Rights, what urgent actions is the government taking to ensure that our partners comply with the Arab League and its Charter on Human Rights? Next, in the run-up to Ramadan, what extra measures is the government taking to open dialogue with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia so that last year's 100 people executions can be avoided? And thirdly, in the strategic dialogue with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, will he press for the value of the sanctity of human life as a principle that we in this House all agree on? Yes. Thank you.
Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. I join her in vocally opposing the death penalty, and that is at the core of all of our diplomatic work, so we do entirely share that view. She said herself that we don't know the exact details of this case, and it is not therefore useful, I think, to speculate. But what we can be sure about is that we do continue to engage through our mission in Riyadh and other multilateral channels. And therefore, to answer her question very directly, Mr Speaker, we are certainly no less robust than before in our absolute determination to oppose the death penalty around the world, and at bilateral fora as well as multilateral fora. And she mentioned the Arab League and the advent of Ramadan, and I think that is giving us even more urgency in terms of the representations that we make. So we will continue to press and engage with at the multilateral and bilateral level to oppose this practice.